Hello Mallards, it is Wednesday, and as promised, I'm not at Fringe. I'm taking a break from Fringe this evening to be back at Montverde for the Junior One Acts. So tonight I get to watch 4 One Acts directed by members of the junior class. I'm very excited to see not just how these are pulled off, but also what the juniors have chosen for their One Acts, because they get the freedom to pick whatever they want, so that's gonna be fun. The first one act is over. It was Sydney directed Little Women, and a one act version of Little Women is a wild ride. It just all happens so fast. It all comes at you a lot in 30 minutes. But she did a good job cutting that piece and still hitting like the important beats, you know, Meg getting married, Beth, obviously, the concern about their father, and Amy getting, they ended it with Amy's engagement. And so I feel like it does hit all of the bits that are vital to that story, but it definitely is an absolutely insane 30-minute journey. Good performances from everybody. A big part of the Junior One Acts is people, like the process that they go through creating everything. So they cut the piece down, they cast it, they build the set, they do all of the marketing materials and stuff like that. And Sydney has done a good job pulling this whole show together. It was well directed. It had good, strong moments, and the cutting of the piece was well done. Choosing Little Women is ambitious, and I am impressed by her ability to turn that into a 30-minute show. It was really fun. And now I head back in for show number 2. Well, let it never be said that people are picking the easy stuff here at Montverde. The second one act was Ellie's, and she chose Proof. This one was a little more straightforward to adapt, I suppose, into a one act, in that you could essentially just cut most of the flashback scenes with Catherine's dad. But it's still tough to get the meat of that show into 30 minutes. And I think that they did quite a good job delivering the important points and the contention between Kat and Claire and Hal, as well as the information about Catherine's dad being dead. And so I thought it was well done, well performed. It was fun to watch. The set was well done too. They kept the office like on stage so that they could have Robert in there from time to time when they were talking about him, instead of having the full-blown scenes of him in the past. And I thought that that was a good choice for staging and worked out really well. And overall, it was fun to watch. And like I said, delivered on everything it needed to do. So good job, Ellie, getting that one. Because Proof is also another like meaty piece that I feel really does draw on its entirety. So to be able to cut that down into one act is a challenge in and of itself, and a very enjoyable one to watch come to fruition. One act number 3 is over, and I know it's really echoey in here, but it's pouring outside, so I couldn't go outside. So here I am in the very echoey hallway. So the third one was Alex's 8 reindeer monologues, which I had been super excited for, because Alec actually did a monologue from this as his audition for Time Bros, and it was hilarious. And so I've been looking forward to this piece. It was very well staged, absolutely wild. It is a series of monologues, so his job for cutting was very different than the other ones. He didn't necessarily have the same sort of overarching story content that he had to stick with. He just had to pull the meat out of each of the individual monologues, and I think he did a good job of that. And it's clear too that all the performers were having a great time with this piece, because there were 7 very individual characters on that stage who were all having a great time, and it started with the photos with Santa, so I feel like we were all having a great time. It was funny, it was clever, it was well staged, and very, very well pulled off. And now there's just one left. It is slightly less rainy, so I am back in my normal corner. The fourth one act, which was Maddie's God of Carnage, is now over. This one is also well done. I am not familiar with God of Carnage, like only from a vague sense. So I'm not sure how much was cut. But it is sort of it's like family drama style show. It's two sets of parents arguing about their two kids who got into a fight and about who caused all of the things that happened. And it builds very nicely, and this version of it did have those good moments. It built, it was well staged, it's a small living room set, and I feel like it was very dynamic still, and Maddie did a good job of creating the tension and sort of raising the tension throughout that entire show, which I thought was really, really nice. And everybody overall, very, very well done. Sorry for how echoey my review of 8 Reindeer Monologues I'm sure was, but I had a wonderful time. It is a great way to round out the year here at Montverde, and I will be back at Fringe tomorrow, so I'll see you then.